I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Good evening, my friends. Grim here. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for watching and welcome to the next chapter. In Halvar Saga, we open in Blackreach with Serana, who is never happy. You know, if she's out in the sun, she says, "Ooh, owie, this hurts, oh no. Oh, my poor skin. We should get moving." And if you're underground, she's like, "Well, I've spent so much time in caves already. How dare you bring me to another one," basically, is the implication. But in any case, Serana, a very effective companion and necessary for this quest anyway. So, here we go, my friends. We are, and you know, to be fair to Serana, holy moly, we are getting hit pretty hard already.
I'm not gonna die like this.
I don't want to die like this either. To be fair to Serana, we don't necessarily love being underground either, as you know. But needs must. We are down in Blackreach, trying to progress the Dawnguard quest. Oh my goodness. And we are on the second highest difficulty, so as you can see, things might get a little hairy for us, but we're going to try our best to progress without dying and also without having to lower the difficulty. We'll see. The area that we cleared leading up to this wasn't all that hard, but Blackreach itself might prove to be a bit of a more difficult nut to crack. I'm thinking maybe Serana already made her way up here. She sure did. A Gloom Lurker. Ooh, one shot. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I have the urge to block this Falmer off the cliff. 2 minutes in and we're already trolling the enemies. Oops, we've run out of stamina. Alright, old-fashioned way. Down you go. Oh, I almost forgot about our item update, my friends. We have crafted a Daedric Bow, so it's all Daedric gear all the way down. And here it is. Burning the target for 28 points. Improved to legendary status. Very cool. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you've been enjoying the journey of Halvar the Great. And I hope we don't spend too terribly long down here in Blackreach. It's definitely a pretty cool place in some ways. But you know me, I like to be outside in the fresh air, but I didn't have an obvious thing to do. I looked a bit at the journal before starting up the recording today, and thought, well, maybe, just maybe, we could do a little something outside, but as long as Serana's our companion, you know, we could let her go and pick her back up, but I feel we should keep our focus primarily on this here quest.
That'll teach you.
And thus we shall. We'll probably spend most of this episode just progressing the main Dawnguard quest, but as always, we'll see what comes up, right? I don't know how far out of my way I'd like to go to collect the 30 Crimson Nirn root. You may have seen we picked up the second one right at the beginning of this video. How much do we care? I'm certainly going to pick up any that we happen to see. But beyond that, I don't know if we're going to really explore all the nooks and crannies here today. War Quarters? Alright, that name is interesting enough to pique Halvar's attention, to be sure. War Quarters, huh? Whole lot of nothing thus far. Kind of strangely arrayed stone beds in this barracks room or whatever it might be. But what is up here? Another stone bed. Alright, a couple chests, but is that really it? I want to say that maybe we can hit this with an arrow. I'm going to at least try that. It looks not dissimilar to other... such things we've seen in the past. Can't interact with this as far as I can tell. Well, there's probably something more to this, but for now it was just kind of a ruined area with a couple chests there at the end. Don't really know what to make of that, except to conclude that we should just stay focused on the task. We could always come back and explore Blackreach a little bit more at a later date. A heavy armor book, let's go, up to 86. Yeah, in the course of the off-camera stuff, we've got our skills getting pretty high. Smithing is at 96, enchanting is 80, I believe, something like that. I'm not really grinding those per se, just kind of taking natural opportunities at this point to level them up. Alright, this is interesting. I don't think we want to go down. Man, Blackreach is huge.
Where'd you come from?
Team!
Maybe proving to have been the wrong decision, because we can't get up there from here, which I thought we could.
Do you need something?
I need to get that Nirnroot under your feet. That's all I need, Serana. And I need to get a move on here. Oh, what is that? What is that door down there? Okay, I'm enticed. I've been enticed, you got me. Derelict pump house.
Who's there? Die! Ran off, I suppose.
Ran off, Serana? That's your conclusion? Are you feeling okay? This maybe just gives us, if nothing else, another exit. Which is valuable, if we're going to be in and out of Blackreach over the course of a playthrough. it makes sense that such a cavernous subterranean structure would have many points of ingress and egress, right? Okay, both places go to Blackreach, but this is just a different spot. Maybe this takes us up. It does. Alright. We can't really see the point on the map that we're aiming for. Am I enticed by this too? No. Use a little discipline, Halvar. Let's just go straight through it. If you stop off at every enticing place in Blackreach, it will take you a whole day. In our time, not in Skyrim time. However, if this is another exit, yes, okay, I'm going to at least discover the exit here, hopefully. Because maybe we'll do this Nirnroot quest piecemeal, we'll explore Blackreach piecemeal. Great lift at Raldbathar. We like that. Now, out of curiosity, where are we on the map? Wow, very far south. Interesting. Shows you the enormity of Blackreach. Alright, but back to it. We've got a nice low-key vibe going on. Having a nice little breather. Enjoying the eerie mushroom-laden atmosphere. Just kind of wondering what's to come. Another Nirnroot under the bridge there, but we're not close enough to 30 to bother. Tower of Mazark. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I dare say. Some desperate times here, people cooking up skeever and mushrooms. Glowing mushrooms at that. Not exactly my idea of an optimal feast, but there you have it. Well, this looks like a mighty structure. Okay. up here. Activate Lexicon Receptacle. Yes. Then what? Alright. Doesn't do anything when you activate... Oh, there we go. I've seen stuff like this before, where I think if you push these buttons in kind of the right order, then the other buttons will become pushable. But so far I'm not seeing anything. I'm just going to kind of... There we go. I was going to say hit it a few times. Now we're getting somewhere, huh? Maybe. What did that do? Again?
Do you need something?
Oh, out of the way. Yes. Yes! Solving a puzzle just through button mashing. Let's go. Maybe this has a clue. Don't care. Can't read. Doesn't matter. Oh, I hate puzzles, but we got that one. But we got that one. Let's go. Halvar operating off of pure instinct. At least I think we've got it. Well, take Elder Scroll.
That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexian.
Okay. Don't have to fight anybody for that. That's fascinating. Yeah, I guess technically you fight your way through blackreach and find your way, but that, to be honest, only presented a small handful of enemies. Well... I guess we can mark this occasion with a little quick picture. Definitely didn't mean to take these ruined books, and then off we go. Ruined books don't even show up in the book category. That's a bra moment. Now, is there a quick way out of here? I mean, we discovered a few quick ways, so I guess not, and I guess that's fine. Well, I was prepared to be kind of, I mean, blackreach isn't a dungeon, so we can't really say dungeon crawling, but I was prepared to be subterranean for the better part of this video. And despite the fact that it's been a kind of a slow opening sequence, it's been quicker than I thought, to be perfectly honest with you, as far as actually obtaining the scroll goes. Now, can you fast travel from blackreach? No, that would be too easy. So where, oh where did we find... Dexian is... where? Yeah, in Fort Dawnguard. So I'm not sure why the arrow's pointing us back this way. I think what we need to do is find the nearest exit, and I'm trying to remember where that was. We had to kind of cross this river to get up here, so let's go back this way. Maybe it's straight ahead. Take a look at the local map. Yeah, it says Skyrim. One Skyrim exit is straight ahead. Oh, are we supposed to do something to transcribe the lexicon? This is so confusing with these all. I don't know, Serana said to bring it to Dexian. And we have a relatively straight line, like we come back to this particular entrance, and we can just run straight through to get there again if need be. But I don't know if we're supposed to do something with that mechanism more than we did, because that arrow points us back that way. Anyway. So let's remember this. Rald Bathar. Great lift at Rald Bathar. Just directly west of Windhelm. Should we need to get back, but for now, we make haste. We hasten to Fort Dawnguard with the Elder Scroll in our possession. Who else but Halvar could secure such a mighty relic? And then also not be sure exactly what to do with it. Hello, friends.
Divine smile on you.
This is like the redhead table, the reddish-brown-haired table.
Need something? Hope you're getting
They've
along
all
with
got
this
it.
run.
Not the orc, but the
Kids
rest
I'm
of them.
getting used to.
That's why the orc is sitting apart. Everybody hard at work.
I trust your journey was successful?
You could say that.
I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter.
Why, the trolls, of course.
It's my fault.
Seem to have
In my
quite a
haste to
way with
read the first scroll, I neglected the careful
I don't know how
preparation
you do it.
required.
Getting
I
them into
thought
that
I'd be
pen,
able to
putting
allay
armor
the
on
after
them.
effects.
It's a very
But I
special
was wrong.
relationship, clearly.
Now I am paying for it.
Very funny.
That covering on your
Blind?
eyes. Are you?
Yes, I'm
Yes,
afraid so.
blind. Bruh.
No, it will have to run its course. And there's always the chance I may never recover. No, there is another way. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow?
Oriel's
I
bow,
can't
you say?
guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the least of your worries. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades.
Get this
There's one in
goat's head.
Skyrim in
Very
the Pine
disturbing.
Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek.
Sounds
It involves
interesting.
carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy.
Alright, well.
Good luck. I hope you find the answers you seek.
Years now. He says he's not too sure about you yet, though.
I've helped you all
Arcade
that I
says
can.
it's good that we're
The
here,
rest is up
but
to you.
I don't know. Something about this place doesn't feel right. What? No. Yes.
Oh, this is the
Yes, I
guy who
see.
talks to RK.
All right.
So he claims.
Right. I'll settle in, and then RK and I will start to put things right. Don't... Look, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. But I'm sure we can find something worth your time.
That is some honesty right there. And while we're here, we just offload a couple quick things. You know, I've
Farewell.
semi-retired my beloved Mask of Clavicus Vial.
I once killed 30 vampires with my bare hands, you know. Ask RK, he'll tell you.
Cozy little place, isn't this?
And
no
my
loneliness,
necklace of
but I've got a
extreme
decent
haggling.
supply.
Because it's just not necessary anymore to get better prices on things. I have more gold than I'll ever need, 242,000. It's actually making it harder to successfully offload everything in a timely fashion, right? So I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm just not worrying about it.
Good luck.
Figured I'd see what these kind of unique merchants here
Need
are
something?
selling before we move on. But, move on we shall. And, like, what's the need, right? We own Hendraheim, we own a farm, we own Bloodchill Manor, we own Lakeview Manor. We have Mule operating a store. Like, we can just fast travel to all of our different places. We can come here to Fort Dawnguard and just pick up a bunch of free stuff and sell it, right? There will never be any lack for gold. So, Unseen Visions. I still don't know how to transcribe the Lexicon. Don't know if I needed to be down there, but let's just carry on with this. We're going to find a Moth Priest's knife down here, speaking of home. Speaking of Lakeview Manor, down here in that area of the world. And lucky us, we get to be out and about. In the great out of doors, my friends. We need to somehow ascend this slope.
Where'd you come from?
Vampire attack. Better get that helm on, Halvar. Oh, died a little quicker than I thought. Ancient vampire. They're onto us. They know what we're up to. But we're onto them too, you can say. Onto them in a flash. With Akatosh's Talon. Halvar is bringing the heat, quite literally. We got the Talon and our Daedric Bow. Both enchanted with fire damage. Let's go. The perfect complement to Serana's frost spikes or whatever they are. Maybe I'm giving up too quickly on ascending that slope, but I think it's going to be quicker to come up here to Ancient's Ascent and then find a way down than vice versa based on what we just tried there. Oh, well, maybe not quicker because we're fighting a dragon to do it. Alright, well, speaking of the bow. I guess never mind speaking of the bow, we don't need it. Still remember how to fight. Hey, nice. Some really respectable damage from our bow. Using Falmer arrows, even. That was kind of funny. I don't even know if you can capture dragon swords, yeah, or souls, probably not, but we give it a shot. Good old Black Star. Infinite charges.
Anything good?
No, nothing good, Serana, just the dragon leavings as usual. Which at some point I should probably not even bother to pick up any longer, but... Allegiance. Okay, this is odd, because I swear I already knew that. Maybe it's... the second one or whatever, but it also, if I'm not mistaken, Ancient's Ascent had already been cleared on the map, so whatever. No big deal either way. Do we have to go this way, though? Can we go this way? First it didn't look like it, but maybe... possibly? Perhaps. Aha, yes. Maybe. I kind of see open ground unfurl before me, and I'm like, here we go. But then you never know if you can walk up one of these slopes or not. Ew. We tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I still think we're going to come out in a very questionable spot that may or may not get us to where we actually need to go. Oh, what am I seeing? What else am I seeing on the map? Am I following the wrong... Well, there shouldn't be anything else active. Well, this is a little goofy. Alright, I'm not sure if I'm just being very dumb right now. Or what, but it seems like it's kind of up that we have to go. To be sure that when we get over there, we'll not be back where we started, but either way, we get to just kind of run around in the cold mountain air, kill a dragon, that's all good stuff. It's all good with Halvar. I have seen no way to ascend this mountain cleanly. That's a pretty stunning sight, not gonna lie. Seeing Helgen from above. But we are just not getting where we need to go. My bad, guys, my bad. I'm gonna go back to Ancient's Ascent and try a different way. Because it's like right there. I probably... Oh my god, it's right here! Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense, right? Because like it really felt like the arrow was not making sense on the map relative to the geography, but it turns out that you kind of go through the passage first, I guess, and then...
Who's there?
Or maybe I'm just coping because that was just very dumb of me.
Done and done.
Either way, here we are. Here we are, you know, we got a little bit ahead of ourselves. Getting excited about solving the puzzle with minimal fuss, and then we fail Adventuring 101 for a hot minute, but we come back. But we're back at it. So the second copy of this book we found. Very popular read at the moment, it seems. This is a very dangerous cavern. We've got
Who's there?
all kinds of baddies.
Dead. That'll teach you.
There's the culprit, an ice wraith. Can be a fearsome foe.
It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
Alright. Now I'm back to being a little bit confused, because Bone Chill Passage just kind of takes you through this place, but... So there's no way up. I have to just kind of walk in the general direction of the arrow and hope for the best. Bruh. How can it be this difficult? I'm sure, once again, I'm overthinking it, right? Like, if you just kind of go, rather than trying to keep to the high ground all the time, you just kind of go this way, you'll be able to get there, but on the map, it doesn't necessarily look like that. Whatevs. We love Skyrim, though. Despite it all, we love Skyrim. Indeed, because of it all. Look at this glorious vista behind us. Let's go. We're getting closer. If it's up there, we're screwed. Let's hope it's down here. Ooh. Okay. Oh my goodness, it is up there and we can't get up there. Ooh. A white stag. Alright, this path looks very promising. I think maybe, just maybe, it's the way up. The only way up. And you know, sometimes you're rewarded for kind of trying to track a way that makes sense to you on the map. Because if you just kind of follow the arrow, there won't be a way up. But in this case, if I had just done the more obvious thing, maybe we would have gotten there. It's interesting that this chest, all the stuff can be stolen rather than looted only. This must be somebody's permanent home then. Here in Ancestor Glade.
Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
Serana also a little bit skeptical of everything we've done thus far. Everybody's up here hating on the moth priests, but we'll see. I feel a conflict looming. I'm probably wrong about that, but that is the instinct at the moment.
Look at this place.
Yeah,
No
now
one's been here in centuries.
now we're impressive.
I doubt there's any other
Now we're
place like
impressed,
it in
rather.
Skyrim. It's beautiful.
Okay, see, now Serana, you on the train now? is totally beautiful, not gonna lie. Especially up in these snowy mountains as it is, right? This is a pretty cool shaft of light coming through. Serana's stuck. Is this the ritual, Serana? Is this actually what you're supposed to be doing? Sorta doubt it. Alright, on with it.
Well, we
There's
got
the
the
draw
knife.
knife.
Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees.
That's a satisfying
The moths
scraping
like that
sound.
bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you.
Attract
Unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer.
ancestor moth swarms, okay. Not the conflict we were thinking of, but Butterfly Lord Halvar is quite a magnificent sight, if I do say so myself. So we've just kind of got to walk around, look for more butterfly. I mean, they are ancestor moth. They call them swarms. What would be the term? I guess a moth swarm. I guess that makes sense. But you know how different packs of animals have different terminology kind of assigned to them. I know they're not butterflies, but what is a pack of butterflies called? A group of butterflies, right? The burning questions are on my mind, my friends. I want to be somewhat thorough in my search. Don't want to miss a spot, not realize I've missed it, then not know where to go. This part's fascinating. I'm sure something else will happen to open that. Doesn't look like there's a great way through there right now. Finding a couple little goodies for our trouble, nothing too crazy. I'd love to also not miss a chest. Here we go. 3 of 7. Whoa. 4 of 7. Hello. Wow. Now we are talking. And 6. And there it is. Nice. Find the column of light and read the Elder Scroll. Or, sorry, enter the column of light and read the Elder Scroll. Parentheses, blood. Well, this is a pretty special place, I guess. Some pretty special goings on. Butterfly Lord Halvar. Not the most fearsome title we've ever had. Alright, appears to be that we're in here. I guess we'll save in case anything goes horribly wrong. Here goes nothing. Is your mind blown? Is your third eye open? Okay. The map has been updated for some reason. What do you think,
Are you
Serana?
okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow.
I can still see you.
I never trusted those
That's a
damn
good sign.
scrolls. Who knows what those things could have done to you? Just look at Dexian. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it?
It's in a place called
And it's almost
Darkfall
over.
Cave.
We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall Cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down.
Okay, here we go. Things are heating up. Touching the sky.
What is it? Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them. And
Hold
the
up.
way I've heard, supposedly, the bow draws
Stop,
its
Serana.
energy
Stop
from
talking.
from-
We've got an attack. Let's go. All right. I told you guys I felt a conflict coming on. It took a minute to manifest, admittedly, but here it is. That's a huge crew of vampires and thralls, maybe. Gargoyles and all the rest. Gargoyle brute. That brute is a tank. Alright. Okay. I think it's going to work more to our benefit to have fought that way. To keep the melee characters off of Serana.
This won't end well for you.
Alright, very nice indeed. You know, one nice thing about Serana as a follower is that it's easy to find the corpses of enemies to loot due to those ice spikes sticking out of them. Of course, they stick out of other places too, but very helpful indeed. Alright, alright. This has been a little bit of a weird episode, because not too much happened for a while in the beginning, it seemed, and a couple places that we've been, including this one, I think there's more to them. Certainly there's a whole entire couple more chapters worth of exploration that could be done in Blackreach. Even here, there's that gated passageway near the back that we didn't find out how to open. We could go back and look and see if maybe it opened once we attracted the butterflies or whatever. And this has still got somebody inhabiting, so we will not trouble them. We will not take their meager belongings. Instead, we will proceed to Darkfall Cave, which is right beside an orcish stronghold that we haven't discovered either of these yet, I assume. We have discovered the orcish stronghold, okay. That's the quickest place, but, you know, orcs and Halvar, they don't really mix. Half expected to be immediately beset as soon as we showed up here, but, no such misfortune today. I guess we don't really have time to tangle with the orcs anyway. It looks like we've got a dragon to contend with. Will the dragon go after the orcish stronghold, and will they fight back? That'll be fascinating to see. Or will it even aggress against us? It is cool to see it kind of glide through the mists like this. I mean, I'm not sure, so I'm just going to kind of keep going in the direction of the cave, actually. Serana's shooting it, actually. Got to get my better arrows equipped. Well, we landed at least one hit. Wasn't great. Now, how much more worthless can these orcs get? They don't even come out to fight this thing? It's all up to us as usual, Serana. Nicely done, girl. Way to tank. Oh, okay, we see an arrow or two flying in from the stronghold. That's not nothing. A steel arrow, to be precise. I can't see the archer on the ramparts, but thank you, orcs, for your thank you for your kind assistance, I guess. Now, where were we? Tripping over rocks. Darkfall Cave. Alright. What awaits inside, my friends? What awaits us? Oriel's bow. A coven of vampires, something else altogether. Spideys.
Who's there? That'll teach you.
Whoa. That just felt like a big drop-off, even though it actually wasn't at all. Ew. This is a kind of cool place.
Keep your eyes open here.
I don't really trust that bridge, Serana. I don't know about you, but sketchy looking thing. Alright, a pickaxe. And some moonstone to be mined, but that's not... Whoa! Holy moly. Talk about not trusting the bridge. That was genuinely alarming, my friends. We got spiders falling with us, or if we're falling past them.
Where'd you come from?
Yo, what the heck?
Done and done.
Dang. Well, alright then.
Who's there?
I've definitely started the Dawnguard quest in my previous playthrough. Like, you may have heard me talk about in earlier chapters several years ago. I couldn't remember if I finished it or not. I want to say that I've never finished it now, because I don't remember this type of thing. I could be wrong, but that is my call at the moment. Ooh, very cool. Not gonna lie, very cool. Little difficult to see, and the loot doesn't seem to be great, so we're just plowing ahead. Not looking around too much. Sorry if I blew out anybody's eardrums while yelling at
Why would
our
anyone want to set up camp?
at our fall, having collapsed the bridge beneath us and all that, but it was something else. All right, Darkfall Cave note. Sister, I know that you'll come find me, but it will be too late. If you find this letter, get out of this forsaken cave as soon as possible. We were fools to think we could live so close to such creatures and live peacefully. I should have headed back to camp with you after we placed the torches down here. I thought these trolls would be different, that they would somehow understand that we didn't want to hurt them. We have some people who think trolls are pets, I guess. I'm now cornered, and it's only a matter of time before they finish me off. I hope it is a quick death. Farewell, my sister. Very tragic, but you do have to almost laugh a little bit, because... Come on, how much in denial of reality can we really be?
I wonder what happened to them.
I think they were just horribly slaughtered by trolls, if you want to know the truth, Serana. Nice of you to reanimate a spider for our benefit. So you can go up and down, basically. I'm trying not to get turned around. Down is clearly something, because there's a trap in the way that I saw. Let's just check up first. Oh, we can see daylight, but can't quite get to it. I can't really see much of anything up here. Aha. And this looks like it is somewhere we've already been. Yeah, this is the way back out. Yeah, it's the way back out. Alright. So this isn't the way we were supposed to go first, but it's good to know. Serana, girl, you are very spooky. I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. Very spooky in this type of lighting with those glowing orange cat eyes. But you do need to get out of my way. That would be wonderful. The atmosphere of this cave is wearing a little bit thin for me. Too twisty and turny, not enough going on, too hard to see. Too samey-samey.
Did you hear something?
But now we're getting to somewhere a little bit different. Maybe this is where the trolls are. Oh yeah, I see at least two. Troll, I won't demean you by trying to talk to you and take you as a pet. I'll just give you the glorious death that you're after. What do you think of that, troll? What do you think of all that? Yeah, the loot's, you know, pretty bad for this stage of a major quest, too. Just observing, not really complaining, it's all good. Okay, now we got something interesting going up here. What do you think, Serana? Friend or foe?
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
Speak to Galabor. Shrine of Oriel. Let's get rid of any poisoning and vampirus we might have contracted.
I am Knight Paladin
Knight Paladin Galabor.
Welcome to the great chantry of Oriel.
You're blindingly white.
Oriel,
At least in this lighting.
Oriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves.
Aha, Snow
I
Elves.
prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
The
Of course,
Betrayed.
you're here for Oriel's bow.
Falmer
Why
are
else would
twisted
we be here?
elves? I didn't even know
I
that.
can help you get it, but first, I must have your
And
assistance.
Snow Elves, no less, which I don't think we've encountered outside of this.
I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Oof.
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become.
We don't get
No
along
longer the
anymore,
brother
so
I
you must
once
kill
knew.
him.
It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Oriel would allow this to happen. They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Well,
The chantry was a place of peaceful worship.
Ah.
I led a small group of paladins.
like
but
Vikings
no match
invading
for
an
the
English
Betrayed's sheer
monastery.
numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum, where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
That is pretty rough.
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the way shrines and an assault on the betrayed. Yes.
Way
let
shrine?
me show you.
Let's get a cool picture of whatever this is. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So this is snow elf magic. Incredible.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Oriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water.
It's cool that Serana helps with some of the expedition rather than it being text prompts from us.
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum, pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred
We'll
basin
poke
of the
around
sanctum
while they talk.
and
I'm
allow
listening
him
though.
to enter for an audience with the Archcurate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic, and I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight.
He gets a little prickly about the symbolism of the ritual. I love it.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago.
I kind of want this guy as a
The only
follower.
way to get to my
Knight
brother
Paladin
is by following
Galabor.
in the initiate's
Because of the
footsteps.
name,
I'm
right?
traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
Okay, so I said the atmosphere of Darkfall Passage was wearing thin, but the fact that it represents the absence of enlightenment actually makes it a lot cooler in retrospect.
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the Chantry. Caves? Oh no. The Chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way,
okay.
You'll need the Initiate's viewer.
Fill this in
Once
each
you've
way
located
shrine.
a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
I'll be off then.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
Survive Darkfall Passage. That's a really
Questions?
cool...
I expected as much.
Well, I'm just going to ask a little bit about
We were
the
once a
Snow Elves,
wealthy and
because I'm
prosperous society,
genuinely
occupying
curious.
a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
Well, they're right. It appears the Nords
In a
won.
manner of speaking,
Ooh, Halvar.
we had always
A little
maintained an
barb, a
uneasy
little verbal
alliance with
barb.
the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price: the blinding of our race.
Jeez.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain. I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
May Auriel keep you free from harm.
Sorry, why weren't the
Chantry is
ones
quite
here affected?
isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum. Verther and myself are the only 2 snow elves that remain.
Ew, that is just very
May
tragic.
Auriel watch over you.
Very tragic indeed. Portal to Darkfall Passage. Okay, I guess I was speaking incorrectly when I said I liked Darkfall Passage in retrospect.
It wasn't
'cause
as
I guess
unpleasant as I thought it would be.
this is
Kind of
Darkfall
soothing,
Passage.
actually. I feel a little warmer now.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Serana. It's about time to be done with the chapter. I think I'm just gonna kind of like quick run through this.
Where'd you come from?
I was gonna say, because it seems like it could be an area
Done and done.
without much going on in the way of foes, but I'm completely wrong. A Chorus Hunter fledgling pops up right away. There's not going to be any way for me to
Who's there?
easily pop out in between chapters, I don't think.
That'll teach you.
But that's alright, too. So, we'll just do maybe a couple minutes of Darkfall Passage, maybe find a place that makes sense to stop at, and then we'll
Who's there?
resume the next chapter within its confines, looking at the way shrines and doing our best to, as it says, survive Darkfall Passage.
Done and... Who's there? Knew it.
These Chorus are tough enemies in their various iterations. Man, they weren't kidding when they said you gotta survive Darkfall Passage.
That'll teach
We're
you.
at some like early stage enemies. We're already drinking potions and under duress. If we have to fight multiple of those flying ones, I don't know how we'll fare. This is different stuff. It's different. I don't mind it so far, overall.
I knew it.
Get got by your own trap. Not quite, but that was the idea. Okay, a small army of foes. Including a spell sword leading the charge, a bowman just behind.
I knew I heard something. This won't end well for you.
Very frightening foe. But with a little bit of wild swinging we get there. Alright, friends, so there's a little bit of a reprieve here for Halvar and Serana. Let's poke around in these tents. There may not be much here. There's a nice little waterfall, a place to take a break.
Who's there?
Okay. Okay, Falmer, you want some? There we
That'll
go.
teach you.
Now you got some. Now can we take a break? No, there's another red dot up ahead. I don't want to rest while enemies are nearby. That is just bad practice in Skyrim.
Who's
This
there?
place feels like
I
it's
knew
an
I heard
ambush.
something.
Staging ground for an ambush. My predictions have been not on the money this chapter, so take that with a grain of salt and all that. Wow, that was a horrifying death trap that we just avoided by dumb luck as much as anything else. Heard the noise and backed up slowly. I guess that was enough. A very odd place, all in all. Getting just an uncanny vibe from the whole thing.
Come over here.
Serana's wonderful and all, but sometimes you just need the dude with the big warhammer getting after it. Creepy, creepy, and gruesome and foul. Got no helm on for some reason. I guess took it off for a picture. Typical behavior.
Done.
A human heart
Done.
in the inventory of that Gloomlurker. Weight 1, value 0. Thanks, but I think I will leave that where it is.
Where'd you come from? Must be gone now.
Serana, I hope you're being clever, ironic with your post-combat quips, because otherwise I think you might be losing your mind a little bit. Alright, friends, well, I guess this weird glowing kind of cluster of crystals and other strange things like Gleam Blossom is a fine enough place for us to call it a day. Thank you very much for watching this installment of Halvar Saga. I think we've had ones that were a little bit, you know, smoother and maybe a little bit more enjoyable in terms of flowing neatly from one thing to the next, spending lots of time out of doors as we prefer to. But we've got a lot of cool stuff going on here nevertheless, and I hope it was enjoyable for you. Hope you agree. So there you go, my friends. We will have to leave it here and resume right where we left off next time. Until then, take care, and I'll see you for that next chapter in Halvar Saga. Take it easy.